I'd like to talk briefly, family, on a topic that I believe is critical for our survival and even our transformation as a people. And it's about where we're looking for our answer, where we're looking for our clarity, where we're looking for our validation. Too often, I believe we've been trained to look outside of ourselves, outside of our community's history and culture for direction, for solutions, for prescription. But the truth is, everything we need already exists within us. Now, the problem, let's start here. The problem is one of being externally dependent. Spiritually, we've been convinced that our answers lie in European cosmology, theology, Arab traditions. Any outsider pops up, we checking out their gurus, their experts, their best-selling authors, their tradition, looking for a sense of identity. We're told the key to our success is chasing their bag or plugging into their capitalist system, right? That wasn't made for us, that actually was made on our backs. Their economic wealth was built on our exploited labor, never designed for us. Or we're told that we should chase our validation from their mainstream institutions. Politically, many of us think our freedom will come if we vote for the right person, we appeal to the courts, or we wait for the government to get a clue and to develop or grow this conscience. And what all of these different things have in common is they are externally driven, externally motivated. We're focusing on things outside of ourselves, and in many cases outside of our realm of influence or our sphere of control, right? We keep looking out there. We're expecting others to heal us, others to teach us, others to guide us and validate and liberate us. And family, I want to humbly suggest that, at least in my opinion, this mentality that we're always seeking outside of ourselves and never really seeing the beauty and value right here is very dangerous, and is actually a form of slavery, chaining our minds and our ability. You know that I use a metaphor most of us are familiar with, which is the Wizard of Oz, because from I think 1955 to up to 1990, for like 40 years or more, this movie was shown every Christmas season. Many of us know the basic characters and the basic plot, and on the surface it seems like a mere children's story. But if you dig deeper, you'll see it's a powerful lesson, not just about the different archetypes in our community that we need to address and resolve, but also this idea of being externally focused, externally driven, pleasure seeking. Gotta get something out there, right? And I want you to think about it. So Dorothy and her friend, I think you all know who they are, they each believed they were missing something important. This is the foundation. All of these main characters all believed that they lacked something that was important. If they thought they lacked something that was unimportant, we wouldn't have a real compelling story. It's the fact that these things are very important and they felt they didn't have it that makes the story. Scarecrow, no brain, we know that means no intelligence. Tin Man, no heart, we know that means no sensitivity, no empathy, no compassion. The lion, well, he was the cowardly lion, so we know that means he had no courage. And poor Dorothy, she ain't know where the hell she was. She had no direction. We might say purpose, direction. She was trying to find her way home. She was on the right track. Of all of them, she was trying to get home. That's an important piece, right? So they set out on this long journey because the Munchkins tell them, if you're trying to get your problem solved, if you want education, if you want clarity on your spirituality, if you want more money, if you want better health, you got to go to the wonderful Wizard of Oz. They were told that he could do everything. It was almost like he was presented as being God, this kind of all-powerful, all-knowing being that could grant any wish, right? And notice that he's external. Not only is it external, but he's at a distance. You got to go through the yellow brick road. You got to travel. You can't just tap in, get quiet, with nobody around, with no money, and connect with this being. You got to go far to the external place and meet the being. So they set out on this journey to meet this great wizard, and what did they discover? The wizard was a fake the whole time. And not only was the wizard a fake, but the fake wizard even told him, at least he was honest. He says, look, I can't give y'all anything. Why? Because he didn't have the power to give them these things. He furthermore says, all the things you seek, you already have. They were now reminiscing on how the lion, who was cowardly, actually created many of the plans for fighting back and defending them. Very interesting, right? because the external source told them they were smart or courageous. Now they, oh yeah, I am smart. So even in that very transformative moment, it's still because someone else told them. They didn't come to that decision, what, for themselves, right? Tin Man is sensitive, Lion is brave, and Dorothy, when it's time for her to get home, the good wit told her, oh, baby girl, all you gotta do is say, what? There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Family, that's the whole point of the movie. They take you through all of these things, but they're really trying to tell you it's about recognizing the importance and the place of how we draw power, real power, not the fake, fabricated, perpetrating a fraud, fake confidence, fake power, not that fake stuff. I'm talking about that real stuff that gets you through when you don't have a dime in your pocket, when you don't have no designer clothes, when ain't nobody applauding you, saying your name, saying your name, saying your name. That real stuff that comes from within. It's telling you that that real power, that healing, that clarity comes from here and here. The answers are never out there. That's not to say, of course, that we can't go to their university, listen to the experts. I listen to the experts all the time, all types of people. Learn from everybody. Truth is truth. But it's saying that your real answers are right here and here. And when I say here and here, I'm not meaning that literally. I'm saying within your culture, our history, our customs, our traditions, many of which we are disconnected from or frowned upon because we've been taught that they're primitive, that's old school, all types of things. People make attempts to try to make some of our ancient or old school teaching irrelevant.